Hi guys, welcome to another video. This painting was way too long in the making. I actually started this in December. I thought I started in January, then I looked at the actual video that I first started recording and it said December. So I had meant to paint this long before the summer started, and I was hoping to get a collection of sea creatures out, including that squid I did before, and a few other things before summer or during summer. Obviously that never happened. I just had other things I wanted to do more, I guess. And then one reason that I talked about in my last video that I didn't really finish this one was because I just got really annoyed having to whip out my laptop every time I wanted to paint this, and so that's why I finished it up on my iPad. As you can see here, the latter half, or pretty much the whole rest of the video after the head, is time-lapse, and this is from Medibang Paint, and I did it on my iPad. The best thing about painting this in Medibang Paint was that I finally figured out how to blend things properly, not using the smudge tool, because I do not like the smudge tool to blend. I ended up just taking the watercolor wet brush and what is that called? It's like the color payload or something, turning that down to 0 and blending all the way up, and that becomes the perfect mix brush. It's basically like the mix brush in Fire Alpaca, and so that's why I really liked it. So super happy I start using that here on this fin once I start blending the like beige parts. But yeah, I'm so glad this is done. Could I work on it more, get some more details a little more perfect? Probably. Will I? I don't think so. I'm ready to print this guy out and make him a sticker. I just want to slap him on something. So I think he'll be fine. I think the small details will not be readable in a sticker format, so I don't really see a point in getting too crazy about it. I did it again. Often when I'm painting digitally, sometimes I'll make my brush too small and I'll just get stuck in it, in the tiny little details, and it doesn't look good, and then I'm wondering why it doesn't look good, and then I make my brush bigger. And I do bigger strokes, and I look at the bigger picture, and I zoom out, and then I'm like, oh, that's better. So that happened quite a few times here, especially because there's so many shapes. Look at all those shapes I'm painting. This is part of the reason I just did not want to finish this. I enjoyed it. I did in the end. I enjoyed it, and I really like how he turned out. But I'm not a fan of geometric shapes. That's why I love painting animals. And turtles have a lot of shapes. I didn't realize it till I started getting to the shell, and I was like, oh, there's a lot of like lines that I gotta do. It's not all fur. So, yep. I did it eventually. Again, zooming out, using bigger brushes, and I got through it. And my blending. I'm so happy I created that mixed brush. Apparently there is a color blending brush, maybe the PC version of Medibang Paint, but I could not find it for iPad. Doesn't matter, worked out in the end. Here I'm using like a speckle brush, which did not have exactly the effect I wanted, so I did go in with like bigger spots myself in many areas, but it's hard to pick up in the time lapse. It looks like nothing's happening on the screen because the detail is so subtly changing. But trust me, there is. I cut a lot of it out and sped a lot of it up just so you wouldn't be bored and wondering, like squinting at the screen. Where is she? Is she painting? Has it paused? No. So I also added a speckle brush for texture for the little bits, and then bigger spots I painted. But yeah, I like how it came out. I think he's cute. Again, I want to make him into a sticker and slap him on my printer or my notebooks or whatever, because I would like to look at him for a long time. And I do actually like how he looks with the background as well. I don't do a lot of backgrounds nowadays, but just you can see all the greens and the blues reflecting off of the skin, and I think it looks really nice in the background. Might make it into a print. I'd like to see it as a print. This part I did turn the background, or I turned off the background just to do the last finishing details, and then I went and painted the water. Here he is. I hope you like him. Hope you enjoyed that video. Please give it a like if you did, subscribe if you want to see more, and I'll see you next time. Bye!